Well, my name is Star Akil. We're on OMG magazine right now. What I'm working on right now is basically like shows, the shows that come in for the upcoming season, Carnival 2015. Before that, I was working on my two videos, Island Adventure, which is actually #1 on the TV6 countdown. I'm also working on, I was working on the two videos like Island Adventure and also Noise as well. I'm preparing for Soca Monarch semi-finals happening in a couple of days, and that preparation is like hard preparation because last year I didn't make it to the finals last year, so this year I will be pushing a little harder than I was last year. Well, I've been singing, doing songs, but some of the songs never really hit. So to put a mark on it is, well, this is like my third year that, you know, when you really actually get that first hit, you start counting from there. So this is like the third year being consistent in soca. Well, I DJ and otherwise, I used to DJ, I work on radio as well as a radio announcer, and I used to DJ with a group called Associate Degree, and we used to throw parties, like anniversary parties, and it was our 5th year, and actually I was coming out with my first track around that time. And I was like, you know, the party was more kind of stars kind of thing now. So I was like, you know, I need to find an artist name because you just can't go, well, yeah, it's Akil or Akil Borneo. So it was like, all right, I find this name of song really cool with it. So it was like, I take the 5 from the 5th event that we had. It was the 5th and final event that we had, and I use it as 5 star. I get the stars from, you know, I mean, we always wanted this kind of red carpet star. Yeah, 5 star kind of event now. So it was like, all right, there's a 5 Star Akil. That's where the name came across from. Oh, I actually was shot 5 times.
I was thinking that's where the name came from.
Yeah, oh, all right, nah, it wasn't like that. But people, most people think the name came from that, but it didn't really came from that. Actually got shot 5 times. I was leaving the radio station a day and I was followed. Didn't know who it was, didn't know what it was about, and actually I was with a friend of mine, and you know, a gunman came up and, you know, started shooting 5 times.
Straight close there?
Close to me. And actually surviving that really make me open up my eyes.
So you got shot?
Yeah, shot, yeah, from chest, hand, and you know, and it actually opened my eyes to see that life is even bigger than anything else in the whole wide world, and there's really a God above, because I would not be here today doing what I'm doing, living a second life and singing and being on stage. My life and my testimony of what I went through is to inspire people, inspire young people who've been discouraged, that there's no hope and there's no, you know, no way that you could ever hit rock bottom and end up back to the, you know, to the top. So basically, it's really inspiration. My vibe comes from being inspired by you, the people, the audience, the supporters, and the fans. I live life a different kind of way, you know. Like before, it used to be like any young person who would just treat things like very spoiled. But now it's like you watch things in a different way, you move a different way, you know, you inspire. My thing is that I probably can't give wealth, or, you know, but I could give, you know, my inspiration and what I went through to encourage people. Because, I mean, coming back from 5 shots is really, you know, is really a different kind of, you know, a different kind of thing.
You really have to live.
Yeah. Well, I mean, everybody had a purpose and they had a reason, and every single day I sit down and say, you know, like, you know, I was never really here for, and every day it unfolds. This is what you're here for. to continue the mission, show people, you know. I learn from everybody, like Marshall and Bungie, Fian, Dasha, the great ones like Sparrow, Kitchener, you know. And if we are the future of soca music, and we have so much of internet and digital things to make, you know, the music go far, I want to be a part of that. Technology, Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, Twitter, you know, these are the, you know, I mean, the hubs that people go to. So, I mean, I try to, as the brand, it's not about Akil, it's about Star Akil. That brand itself, I try to keep that level. Not about me, it's about the brand and how you sell your stuff and how you put your stuff out there for people. You know, not harsh, just, you know, be a part of it. It's like a warm vibe. Come on, vibes with me, you know what I mean? It's me, friendly. I think now the future have a little more togetherness than before. And the artists before, they had to push and they had to fight on their own without any help. We have the, you know, the usage of the multimedia, and I would say it like multi is like Twitter, these forums, these platforms to really push the music, that will get the music out there faster than how it was before. So I mean, it have more unity that I would see Second Star doing some and give him that push, and I would see Ricardo Jew doing some and give him that push, and other artists and Ola as well, and give him that push now. So they have that unity there, and also the platform that everybody using right now to make the music go further. As I live my second life, I would describe myself, I just trying to be in the likes of, you know, the father, just live and do the right thing. You know, I can't be anybody else. But I mean, the product that I'm selling, I'm trying, I would learn from, you know, the rest of people, but I will try to walk in the footsteps of God. You know, that is my, I'm not trying to be like anybody. I created my own style. So you will be like, whose style is this? And who, you know, I just trying to be me and have fun doing it and inspire the world. The worst time, I would say, it was the worst and the best at the same time. I would say it like that. When I picked #1 for Soca Monarch, and I was like, why did my dad pick #1 for Soca Monarch? But it was the best time because when I hit the stage, although that 20 people, it was fun. Because I imagine it had 10,000 people. And that is what I just do when I go to perform. It could have 1 or 2 persons there, but I imagine that there's like a lot of people. And one of the best times is like 2. So it's like the worst and the best. But the other next best time is when I went to Edmonton, Canada. And to see where soca is like wow. It's like OMG. Because I went there with the mindset of nobody knowing what that genre is. And when I left there, and when I land, it was like, 3,000 people in our venue come to see KI, Lyrical, Star Akil. That is it. And it's soca, they come to here. And this is like a side that you will never even think. We think in Canada, Toronto, they famous are having, you know, soca so huge, and going to the other side close to Russia where the place like it's so cool, and people enjoying themselves for soca, singing word for word, singing their songs word for word. That was like the best time ever. That moment really touched my heart. Childhood, I mean, I cool We went to school.
Where you grow up?
St. James, I have St. James, boy, you know, the city that don't sleep so you can hear the music itself that describes party. Going to Crosby's on the main road, St. James main road, you know, seeing like Leroy Condero and them singing on stage, Marshall passing through. Other big ones who Crosby himself used to have on stage now, showcasing the soca music, and it used to be Ramo. That was a big thing to go to. I mean, I went Mokrapo Boys. I also went Mokrapo Junior Sec and also went Mokrapo Senior Comprehensive. So people would never even think, you know, they were like, you really went them schools, you know? But I mean, they have good people come out of them schools that make things for themselves, you know? But always smiling, always have vibes. Playful, you know, that is me. St. James.
Grew up with mother and father.
Mother and father. Father is, you know, he's like pan. He's a pan man. So, you know.
Still alive?
Yeah, he's still there. You know, and my mom in the church choir, you know, had a church background.
She always had music around?
Music always around. I think right now my mother, she's like always have the radio on, you know, that every time we go in the house, they're sleeping and just hearing that radio. So that radio always there, that presence of radio always there. Biggest breakthrough? Patia. That's the biggest breakthrough. And that song will never die. I mean, in everybody's heart. Patia is a song that when you sit down and you listen to it, it describes you. And all of the songs that I sing is really like from, you know, Noise, Go Back for This Year Music, Island Adventure, is you. It's you, it describes you and how you feel and what you want to be a part of, you know?
Songs I could play forever.
Forever. And this is the music I bring across. To play Trinidad, not just for carnival, but it would last for 20 years. When you hear it, yes boy, we making noise, jamming and making noise. We come out to cause it. That is we come, this is what we come to do, and we come to make noise. We on the island, when we touch down, we ready, set, here we go. This place like heaven, no other place. Even we could be in St. Lucia, St. Vincent, Guyana, Barbados. This is heaven. Every fete is we home. That is we, that is you, the person. And we going and fete till we see the sun. You know, that is what we just describe. Party. Every song have a story that I tell. And when you listen to the titles, is exactly what we partying, we party. We never done. We untamed. We making noise. And we also making noise on one big island. It's one story. It's a story I'm telling. So just join the story and join the journey. The biggest lesson I learned, I think I'm still learning that lesson. Performing on stage.
Moving people.
Yeah, moving, interacting, getting into people's mind and soul. It's like I'm still learning that part. You know, and more as I get better, confidence starting to grow, you know, again there. So it's still a learning process for me.
Yeah. Has it been a good life?
Yeah, well, it's good. I mean, I'm a kids, I'm a girlfriend.
You have kids?
Yeah, I have 2 boys. You know, we have ups and downs, you know, but still. It's good. I mean, I can't complain. I'm alive today, and that is the biggest thing. And I could still stay here to see my kids, you know.
How old are they?
One is 13 and one is 10.
Yeah, big kids.
Yeah. And they're so proud, you know, of their, you know, their daddy. And the most important thing is being here for them. Being here and that they could see, when they look back, and they see the music, they could say, you know, that was my daddy. And this is what I'm doing it for. I'm doing it for my kids, that they could see and they could be inspired by what I done. in this industry. Yeah, my son was in Soca Monarch supporting his support. When it's time for Soca Monarch, he's the biggest supporter. My two sons is the biggest supporters. And I learned from them to make the music more, because they tell me who's really unknown. Like they can tell you, well, you know, daddy, this hip hop really unknown, or this dancehall unknown, and that is where you really need to make the music grow.
Any regrets?
Nah, I wouldn't say I have a regret. I say it's a whole learning process. If I say I learned from it, yeah, I learned from every single thing. From even being shot, from even being my past job. All is a learning experience to bring me here to be a better person.
What you'd be doing if you wasn't doing this?
Radio. Radio is my joy. The world is locked off on radio. People say radio announcers are mad people. And we are not, we just like to talk to ourselves. It's a mindset. And doing it for so long, like I did do it for like about 13 years, you know. I understand it. I came in and I work on 96.1. You know, I learn about that, and now I move on from that to 100.5 slam. And it's joy, fun. Radio is fun, but you have to love what you're doing. There are many people in this world living their life and they don't love what they're doing. And that is what, you know, that is one of the things that make them unhappy and and sick. But I love what I do. I happy, joy. When it's time for radio, the world is locked off. Oh my gosh. My OMG moment. When the first time I hear party playing radio, it was like, wait, and it not just playing on one radio station, it played right across the board. Next one is like when it was playing everywhere, and all the songs after party continue to do that. OMG. You can hit me up on Twitter at 5-Star Akil, Instagram at 5-Star Akil as well, and then, you know, you can check out my Facebook fan page. OMG. I go build the vibes, raise the hype, make OMG come to life, crank it up louder, we making noise, jamming and hey, this is OMG, you're watching 5-Star Akil.